And I want to open with that.
Want to open with what?
I want to open. We are talking about useless shit that makes us laugh.
I think we always do that anyway. Anyway, it's funny because you actually just opened the video with that. Right as you were saying, we need to open that, that's when I hit record, and now it just recorded like the last couple of seconds of you actually repeating yourself.
Well, what you doing?
Okay.
I pretended to be doing this.
Okay. Okay, what's up, everybody? As you can tell, of course, we are in a very good mood, but I am joined once again by Serpentine 451, and we actually are not so much having a discussion, Tony. We're actually more or less, we were throwing around ideas and we thought that this would make for a fun video, but as of today, on January 8th, at the time of this recording, um, Tall Tale Games, I believe, I think that's the name, TT Games, and Warner Brothers Interactive actually dropped a bombshell that completely came out of left field. Now, they've always announced, Tony, that they're always going to do their next Lego games. They've done Lord of the Rings, they've done Star Wars, they've done Indiana Jones, Harry Potter, and they even did, the Lego Batman games, including Lego Batman 2, which introduced us to a lot of the other characters in the DC Universe. Well, this afternoon they actually did a press conference, and when I actually showed the link to you, you practically were just as much in awe as I was. Apparently, guys, Warner Brothers Interactive and TT Games have announced that they are doing a Marvel superhero game that of course is naturally titled Marvel Superheroes. Yes, believe it or not, that's actually kind of shocking considering that Warner Brothers owns DC.
Whereas Marvel is owned by Disney.
It kind of makes you wonder, Tony. Did they get permission from Disney, or did Disney go to them? What business dealing happened for them to be able to actually acquire the rights to be able to make a Marvel game?
This is how I would imagine things happening. Disney went to Warner Brothers saying, "You know what, guys? Disney Interactive. We've always tried to make entertaining games. We have our cult classics like Epic Mickey and its sequel, Epic Mickey 2. But we cannot make a game with all of this wide catalog of Marvel heroes. So why don't you team up with Lego to make a Lego game for us? And if you do that, we would be most appreciative. Thanks. Or say, make us a Lego game, goddammit, or else we'll sue your asses."
But it's not really actually surprising that they would do a Marvel game either, now that I think about it, because to set up the Avengers, they had a Lego Avengers set based off of the movie. So I'm sure it was more Lego actually looked at Warner Brothers Interactive and they said, hey, we know that you guys, own, DC, but, we've had a lot of popularity with our Avengers, model kit. Do you think that perhaps maybe, you could actually, ask Disney for permission to do a Marvel game? Whatever the business detail, guys, this is actually pretty cool because, this is something that I think ever since Lego Batman 2 came out that I had really kind of jokingly amused to myself. It's like, I like this, playing as Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Sinestro, and General Zod and all these characters, and I thought it was kind of fun to be able to fly around, Gotham as Superman and Supergirl and Hawkman and Hawkgirl and all that, and I thought it was cool, but I thought, I wonder what would happen if you're in Manhattan or New York and you fly and you're zipping through the streets as Spidey or flying around as Tony, not the Tony that's sitting here with me, but Tony Stark, Iron Man, throughout, the streets of New York. Or, just making tall leaps, throughout the map as the Hulk. And so far, the playable characters that they've announced is Wolverine, which in the promo picture here, it looks like Logan is actually going to be wearing his blue and yellow outfit, the signature outfit that we know him to wear in the comics.
As he should wear.
One thing that I've also noticed is that if you look at Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man, they look like the cinematic universe versions, which I don't mind, but I just find that kind of interesting. And of course, they also have Black Widow. They also have Deadpool, as you can tell on the far right. Of course, Spidey is going to be in this game. You got to have, Marvel's flagship character in there.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, they got the Hulk. So, all the popular characters that you can think of, and at least, the characters from the movies, both the individual ones and the Avengers itself are going to be in this game. And they've confirmed so far that 3 villains that they have is, of course, naturally Loki, Doctor Doom, and potentially we may have a boss fight, actually, against the Big G himself, Galactus, which that actually has me kind of, rolling a little bit like a big giant Lego Galactus. I can see it now. They'll have like one of those goofy cutscenes where he's got like a little baby bib and he's like salting and peppering the earth and he's like, sharpening his fork and knife. Like it, just something really goofy and silly like that Lego's known for in their games. But the thing, though, beyond all that is that you and I were kicking around is what characters, because they said that so far, Tony, they want to do over 100 characters. And you and I were kicking around a lot of characters, a lot of ones that may more than likely be in the game, and some just off the wall that would be pretty interesting. The idea of characters like, Dormammu, Baron Mordo, the Ancient One, Deathlock.
Long. Black Cat. Venom.
Yep.
Anti-Venom. Ghost Rider Vengeance. Marvel Scarecrow. Blade. The rest of the Midnight Suns.
Potentially, a large amount of members of the X-Men, like Jean Grey, Beast, potentially Angel/Archangel. At least I got my fingers crossed for that one. Cyclops. Of course, you can't put the X-Men in there without putting in Scott Summers. Yeah. Might even potentially put his brother Havoc in there, or even possibly see Vulcan or Colossus. And of course, more than likely, considering that, they've become kind of pretty popular and that they got their own movie coming out, no doubt, they'll try to put, like, Peter Quill, Rocket Raccoon, Gamora, maybe Drax. Not sure. You keep kicking around the idea that Groot should be part of the roster, but yeah. I'm a bit skeptical that they would put Groot in there, but definitely the majority of the Guardians of the Galaxy will probably be part of that roster.
I want to
definitely a lot of playable
Lego
villains too. Definitely a lot of playable villains too, and also, of course, you came up with the idea. I mean, granted, Nick Fury will be recruiting these characters allegedly. As part of the synopsis, Nick Fury's going to enlist the help of all these characters to stop a fiendish plot. But you and I were talking about the idea of what if there's like alternate scenarios, like alternate little battle events that are like based on like iconic battles or covers from, the comic book universe. Like, for example, you can go into one like bonus stage that is basically a variant of the very first Fantastic Four issue. You fight Mole Man's, giant mole creature. Like, stuff like that. Like, that would be kind of cool.
Yep. And I said, well, it would be very hilarious if Lego and Marvel did this, because in the first issue of Captain America that was ever published, we all know this issue, the issue where Cap punches Hitler in the jaw.
Yeah, the front cover where Hitler got punched in the jaw, and that is actually kind of funny to think about that. A Lego Cap with the little classic like bad shaped shield, punching out a Lego Hitler. Better yet, just to make it funnier, on the front cover when he hits Hitler, maybe part of his mustache should be knocked off.
Yes.
But I mean, definitely on the villain side, Ultron, Red Skull, Enchantress, Executioner, Curse, the Dark Elf Curse. I mean,
Malekith.
that was something that I think was cool about, the Lego games as well, is that you got to play as villains. So definitely there would be quite a few Marvel villains that I think we can all think up that would actually, be cool to see. Especially Avengers villains. Definitely, Kang the Conqueror was probably one that more than likely might make it. At least I'm hoping.
Yep.
But I mean, then again, they could do a mixed bag of villains from every single part of Marvel. We could have a mixture of Thor villains, Cap villains, Avengers villains, all that stuff.
Thor villains, Spider-Man villains,
Doctor Strange
random villains.
Yeah, just villains galore.
Yeah, Tuma, Tiger Shark.
Of course, Norman Osborn or his son Harry. Have the Green Goblin in there. Might even put Hobgoblin in there.
Or here's a small twist, because we all know Marvel will do it anyway. Iron Patriot.
Oh yeah, that's definitely cringeworthy.
You guys remember Iron Patriot? Well, we do. He shouldn't exist, but he does.
Well,
He's funny. You want to be Captain America or Iron Man so bad you designed a suit of armor just to look like at least one of them? God. Well,
see, I actually blame Norman Osborn as a character for that, because that's exactly what he wanted to do, since he stole all of Tony's crap. But we're not going to get into it.
He stole my stuff.
I hate to tell you, but you're not Tony Stark.
I know. Just want to make that joke.
You wish you were, but you're not. But no, I mean, there's something kind of cool about that, though. I mean, just the fact that, what was it now? Yeah, it's just, it's cool for the fact that, that Lego, Warner Brothers Interactive, and it seems Marvel are really on the ball in wanting to do a superhero-based game. Although, then again, I can't blame them for partnering up either, because the Lego games, for the most part, have actually been pretty successful.
I agree.
I mean, if you look at what they did with Star Wars, it was great. You look at what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean, that was pretty cool. And it just seemed like, they were getting better and better with most of the Lego games. Except for Lego Rock Band.
That was stupid.
But we won't get into that one. I don't count that as a Lego game. But nevertheless, though, guys, that is actually, nevertheless, I'm getting tongue-tied. Nevertheless, though, I thought that, this would be kind of a cool announcement, but let's see. Are there any other characters, aside from all the popular ones, that...
Unicorn? Random Iron
Yeah,
Man.
like off-the-wall characters like Unicorn, maybe Brother Voodoo.
Blood Wraith.
Yeah, Blood Wraith.
Sauron. Devil Dinosaur.
Oh, I doubt that Devil Dinosaur would really be a playable character. Although there would be a cool part if you could actually ride him.
Yes, that would be awesome. Kazar.
Oh, definitely Kazar.
Monolith.
I don't know too much about Monolith. Bastion.
Master Mold.
Definitely have a boss fight with Master Mold or fight a lot of Sentinels.
Yeah, nothing.
Mr. Sinister could be a playable character.
Oh, yeah. Apocalypse.
I could actually see him. The Mad Titan.
Thanos. And here's another thought that went
and
through
you know
my
what?
head.
Just for fun, Thanos should actually be wearing the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes.
And just be able to, blast enemies.
Yes, and punch an enemy so hard that they just break apart, like all Legos do. But just in one punch.
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet grants him, one-hit killing.
Yes. On all
Except for bosses.
On all Lego people. All the Lego heroes.
Oh crap, the unthinkable happened. We lost our place.
Oh no. Shit.
See, that's the bad part about actually doing a video recording software, and especially if I'm not paying attention, I forget to look and check the time basis to stop. But anyway, I think the basic plot that we were talking about was, we were naming off characters like, Blood Wraith and Monolith and Bastion, maybe a fight with Master Mold and the Sentinels, maybe have Apocalypse and even, Mr. Sinister be playable characters, maybe have Thanos be on there, and the ridiculousness of you saying that he should be OP'd and one-hit kill just about everything in the game, and that the whole game should possibly deal with the Infinity War and the Infinity Gauntlet storylines.
And you were about to say, even you hate this person next to MODOK, next to Amanda Waller.
Yeah, right next to Amanda Waller, Amanda Waller and MODOK, and that is Thanos' useless brother, and I was so glad when Jen Walters actually punched him through a wall. And for those of you who know the character I'm talking about, bravo. For those of you that don't, apparently Thanos' brother is named after a video game character, and I am talking about Star Fox.
Oh God.
I don't care what abilities he has. I don't care if he's got telekinesis. I don't care if he's got longevity. I don't care what he has. The fact that he has pheromone control and he actually tries to seduce every man and woman to sleep with him. No. No. Just no. No.
About as bad as Daken, Wolverine's son.
Oh God, don't remind me of him. He does not exist either.
I wonder, is he dead? Because if he is, can we throw a party?
That's messed up. It's funny, but it's messed up. Nah, it's just one of those. It's just kind of one of those deals that you really look at and you're like, okay, what are we gonna do next? Like, I think we've already run through characters, and I think almost everybody watching this video has a few characters of their own. Actually, you know what? Here's another obscure character out of left field that would be interesting to add. What about Sleepy?
Oh, Sleepwalker. Yes, that would be awesome. Or better yet, Sigron.
Ooh, what about Rom?
Oh, yeah. It's another just random villain just random character. Frankie Ray. The female Nova.
Yeah, there you go. Could have some of the Heralds of Galactus, maybe have Terrax the Tamer.
Fire Lord.
Ooh, Super Skrull.
Pybok.
Ronan the Accuser.
A Kree soldier.
I love that. A Kree soldier.
Just a Kree soldier. Bold.
Believe it or not, I can go with that, and I can go with a regular Skrull because they do like to put regular minions in the Lego games. What about an AIM soldier? Better yet,
Hydra agent.
Trooper.
A shield agent.
There you go. Actually, you know what? Better yet, maybe they should put Coulson in there, just because.
Yes. Agent Coulson, Maria Hill, Nick Fury himself.
I can without Maria Hill, but I know people would want her in there, at least people that are actually fans of her.
Yeah. I cannot stand the woman.
Maybe have Pepper Potts as Rescue, but
yes.
That's a long stretch.
Rescue would be cool.
Definitely one villain that should actually be on there is definitely the Mandarin, but I think also a boss fight that would be really cool, especially if you're playing as Iron Man. And if you're also teaming, and you could also have another player be War Machine, could actually have, a boss fight with Fin Fang Foom.
That would be amazing.
Indeed it would be. Indeed it would be. It makes me happy.
And I want Silver Dagger as like a random Doctor Strange villain to fight.
Could possibly have, Clea, could possibly
Wong.
let's see, Silver Surfer can't have a game without Norrin Rad, or even for that matter, Beta Ray Bill and Richard Rider Nova.
Yes. Beta Ray Bill. Yes, I want to play as a Lego version of the horse-headed alien version of Thor.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to play as old Horseface?
Yes, I want to play as an alien horse thunder god thing. Beta Ray Bill is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I am not making fun of him. I am just complimenting that he has a horse head. I'm stating
what else is
something.
there?
I don't know if it's a statement or what. It's something.
Let's see. I mean, there's a wealth of characters that they could actually add. But let's see, what are some others? I mean,
They're gonna do it. I'm just gonna say it. Red Hulk and Red She-Hulk.
Oh, more than likely they probably will. They might even make them DLC characters.
Yeah. And that's another question.
Yeah, they'll probably make, Ross's Red Hulk and stuff in there. I mean, that's, I think, something that'll be more than likely interesting to see. With, it'll certainly be interesting to see what they do with all of this material, when because they're saying that this thing is supposed to come out in like the fall, like autumn of this year.
Whoa, dude.
So they were already showing production deals of what they were working on with it. But it certainly it certainly intrigues me. I'm sure it intrigues you, and I'm sure all of you actually who have managed to stay alive and not fall asleep during this part of the video. It's got to be at least intriguing to y'all, but, yeah, see, there I am. I'm getting tongue-twisted again. But, put down in the comments below, what do you think of this? And also, what are some characters that maybe, heroes and villains, there we go, characters, heroes, villains, whatever. At this point, I'm just about done because my tongue is twisting itself into pretzel shapes.
Rogue would be a cool character to use. Just saying.
But I'm excited to see where they're potentially gonna go with it. But as I said, you guys can rate and comment and all that stuff, and tell us what you think. Like what's your reaction to this particular, statement now, that apparently Lego is going to do a game based on the Marvel Universe and its superheroes. I don't know about you guys, but that actually is pretty damn cool.
Indeed. It is cool.
It's kind of hard not to really, get mad about it. You just kind of have to look at it and go, this looks pretty damn cool. Maybe I should actually go and check this out.
And also another thing, it will be hilarious.
Oh yeah, all the Lego games are hilarious.
Because it will have comedy gold, people. Imagine, it's like if anyone remembers the 90s Spider-Man series and how he would lose webs periodically. He also did so in the comics. But imagine, at a crucial moment, it would be 10 times, the hilarity itself would be 10 times more hilarious if he were to lose webs that he has to go to his house and fill up some web cartridges that goes back to fight whatever villain he's facing.
Yep.
And Deadpool will just be doing crazy shit.
Well, yeah, and naturally you'll have Deadpool doing crazy stuff. And more than likely this will be like Lego Batman 2. More than likely they'll probably have voiceover castings, and I'm hoping that they'll get most of the characters that we know voiced over by people like, Josh Keaton is doing, Spider-Man, and they got, of course, Fred Tatasciore, if they make the Hulk talk, actually have him be the voice of the Hulk. Like that kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll certainly be interesting to see. But I think, at least for me, I'm going on and repeating myself. I'm trying not to. But I think we've just about, Tony, hit every single, nook and cranny of this thing. I don't think there's... I think at this point we're just kind of beating a dead horse.
Although I would throw something funny in there, just for my own amusement. Just two characters. One, Howard the Duck. And two, if it's possible, if it's like a DLC thing or whatever, or I'm just saying it to be hilarious, I would imagine, like, all this comedy gold, I would laugh if they put Darkwing Duck in there. I would laugh my ass off if they decide, you know what, just for shits and giggles, let's throw in Darkwing Duck. Who gives a shit?
Okay, why not? Hey, it's a lot better than probably almost anything else that I'll come up with. But anyway, guys, I think we've rambled on and just about covered every single base on this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys want to get on with your daily lives. So we hope that I hope that you're at least entertained by this video. I almost said we, but it's more so me. I certainly hope that you're entertained by this video. And of course, I do thank Tony for actually, working with me on this. I always try to collaborate with him or Chris the Mount Vernon Kid or anybody else whenever the opportunity arises and everybody is in the proper mood if they feel like doing a video, because I always have tons of ideas, although most of them I don't express for my own reasons, because I would probably have, everybody would probably be dead. But anyway, of course, this has been, of course, this of course is, I cannot fucking speak.
Apparently your tongue has a mind of its own. It makes you, it twists and it turns. It's like the plot to a very good suspenseful horror film or a great thriller. With all the twists and turns.
Apparently so. I'm like sitting here trying to close the video. I'm like, what should I say? What should I do? I'm freaking out. Okay, guys. In all seriousness, all joking and stuff aside, I'm gonna hit stop on the record button here, guys. So I hope that you actually enjoyed that. Let myself and Tony actually know in the comments below what you guys think about this, and talk about what characters you want to see the most in here. Whether no matter like which set of Marvel characters it is, the X-Men, Doctor Strange, Avengers. Just throw some ideas out there, hero and villain-wise. Maybe, fights that you would love to see. Boss battles, or cool little extras and trinkets and shit. And, of course, as always, guys, as I always like to say, stay tuned for the next one.
Bye.
Oh, that. Bye.